close your eyes and set it free. Underneath the strobe lights, ready for a crazy night. I can hear your heartbeat banging loud like a drum. Let me be your only one. You feel what I feel. I'm addicted to the sound. Turn it loud, just make it play. When the love is all around, dream away with the music. I'm
Show me life, show me love, make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love, show me life, show me love, make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love, this is all we got. Show me life, show me love, this is all we got. Show me love, show me love, this is all we got. life will push you down, make you fall onto the ground. But I know you will turn it around. Oh, this is all we got, and I know you'll make a stay. Get interference and lose your way. Find the light when it rains. Oh, this is all we got. Show me life, show me love, make a change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love, show me life, show me love, make a change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. 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 Show me love. Show me life. Show me love. This is all we got. Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. Our bodies move to the groove and the light that flickers. We get lost in the crowd, it's getting thicker. We get away from the drinks and chatter. Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter. Feel the air get thinner. Standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. Feel the air get thinner. I'm standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. So let us dance this night away.
going on? What's up, Randy? I see you. Esther and Toby. What's up, Elizabeth? Jim Foley, what's going on today? Loretta. Angela, what's happening? Michelle, Monica. Hey, everybody. Good to see you here for Inner Circle. I see you all in the chat. Sanjay, what's going on? Nicole and Tracy and Nikki. Susan. Everybody. Welcome to the Inner Circle. So this is a fun Inner Circle today. So those of you who are part of our mastermind family, we get to be together every single month and doing these Inner Circles. This is my 10th year of doing these. This is so much fun for me because it's the opportunity to be with so many people who've been with us for many years and brand new people. And this becomes, think of us this hour as we're in the coffee shop together. Is how I like to look at it. Nicole, thank you. We're in a coffee shop together, and I got some really cool stuff to share. But that's how I like to talk. I don't want it just to feel like a presentation. I want to feel like we're hanging out for an hour. I don't have a cup of coffee in front of me. I'd probably be speaking even faster than I do now. But I got some really fun stuff to share. And it's not just fun, it's the things that allow us to thrive in this crazy new world that we live in, where we can feel connected, where we have capabilities, where we see the little things are the big things. And today is a really special event. We have our mastermind family here. Good to see you all. I see so many familiar faces. We have our Mastermind Business Academy members here, those going all in. And we invited some guests that are a part of our family in our community that maybe you've never been at a monthly training like this. So we're kind of pulling back the curtain for you to see what it's like to be a part of our mastermind family. And one of the main reasons we're doing this today is because I want to give you all a glimpse of what Tony and I are doing on May 15th. Who's already signed up to come to the May 15th event? I see Maddie's got 2 hands up. Cynthia's got 2 hands up. Margie does. Michelle does. Oh my gosh, if you've ever been to one of Tony and I's big yearly events, this one is going to blow the lid off. Look at everybody saying, I'm in. If you're not, I want you to write this down. It's Join Thrive 2025. JoinThrive2025.com. Don't go there now. Oh, thank you guys. Don't go there now. Just write this down. You're invited as our free guest. There is no catch. You have the opportunity to join us for 3 days. And I got to tell you, I just got back from Florida, spending a week with Tony, 5 days with Tony, going over this event. And it is going to be unlike anything we've ever done. If you are been kind of on the fence of finally doing your own thing or jumping into this industry, this is the thing that's going to drive you through the roof. If you're already in, making sales, ready to go to the next level, this is the event of the year. And we got some cool things we're going to be releasing that, especially those in Mastermind, you're already going to get it. So anyway, we're totally stoked. Raise your hand if you're ready to join us on the 15th, right? It's going to be so good. It only happens once a year. It's not kind of free. It's totally free. And I can't wait for our family to be there because you can light up the chat. You can inspire other people. The more people that have a different mindset, the more people who have skills and capabilities that trust in themselves to do their own thing, instead of letting AI challenge them or scare them, we use AI as fuel. Instead of being intimidated by technology, we make it easy. Instead of them doing it alone, you have the opportunity to have a guidance. Instead of searching for tools, you have access to those tools. All those things are happening on the 15th. So if you're ready for that next level, we can't wait to have you there. So write down that URL. Don't go now because we're going to spend the next hour together having a good time. And what I'm going to do today is I want to show you a glimpse of what we're doing on the 15th, because we got some great guests coming this year. We have, who's become a dear friend, Matthew McConaughey, coming back. I love Matthew. I love this book, Green Lights. I love the course he created, and he's in our industry now. He's created a course, and he's coming to share that whole process. We have Jay Shetty coming with his wonderful wife. They're going to be here. Roddy. We have Mr. Gary Brecka coming on the health side, who took his health life and turned it into products and services, and some other surprise guests are going to blow your mind. So anyway, if you could tell, I'm excited. But now let's get to this month's Inner Circle. And again, my whole goal is to share what I believe is the right mindset, or maybe the right marketing, or the right messaging, or the right momentum you need to not settle. You know, before we get started, what I want to share today, I took some notes this morning. I got up super early today. I got up at like 3:45 this morning. Couldn't sleep, had this event on my mind. And if you guys are going to take an hour with us, I want to deliver stuff where you go, greatest hour of my life. Didn't waste a minute. In fact, this exponentially surpassed my expectations. So that's my goal, especially those of you that might be here for the first time. But let's just talk about what's going on in the world right now, right? When uncertainty is high, it causes those inner self-doubts, those, in today's world, we might call it imposter syndrome. We might call it a little bit of fear. But when the outside world's a little screwed up, does that compound it for you? Raise your hand or say yes in the chat if the outside world being crazy compounds the emotions you have on the inside. Isn't that true? You're not human if it doesn't happen, right? It just does, even if we pretend it doesn't. You take a glimpse of the news, look at everybody, take a glimpse of the news or talk to a friend at work and it's like, no, it's really bad, right? And then you think to yourself, wow, is this a time that I should really be doing my own thing or going after my dreams? And what happens in times like these is we tend to sit on our hands and say, let's just see where things are going. And that's where Tony and I want to come in on the 15th and everything we do to shake you and go, no, this may be the greatest time in history because people are sitting on their hands, because people are waiting. I like telling this to people. If you ever want to check it, please do. Google the Fortune 500 companies. Not that you want to create a Fortune 500 company, but if you Google the top Fortune 500 companies, the majority of them were started in a down economy, in uncertain times. And I believe there's a pattern of that that's true because you don't have as much competition because people are waiting. So I'm going to nudge you, don't wait. This is your time. If you've been waiting, now is the perfect time. You know, so many times people are waiting for that perfect moment, till the kids get a little older, to have a little more money saved up, until there's a president that doesn't drive me crazy, whether that's the last one or the current one or the next one. Like, we have all these little things that our subconscious goes, oh no, we're going to do this, but let's just wait. Let me just say it here on a Wednesday. Screw waiting. Did you ever hear that saying? When is the best time to plant a tree? Right? Well, 5 years ago. When is the second best time to plant a tree? Today, right this very minute. This is the day that you can decide that I'm going to navigate these shifts. I'm going to go after my dreams. I'm going to use AI as my fuel, not the thing that scares me. And that's exactly what we got planned today. But a couple of things before we get started. One, and if you want to write this down, feel free. Whether you like him or not, I had the opportunity to interview Jordan Peterson. He came to one of our high-level events, and I had the opportunity to interview him, and it was unbelievable in so many ways, right? I love perspectives from everybody, but one thing he said stood out in my heart so much. He said, I believe what could help all of us is if we were bold enough to be optimistic. I was going to use a different word, but that's exactly what he said. What if we could be bold enough to be optimistic? You see, it is so easy, especially with the crazy media that we see in the news right now. It is so easy to think about what we lost, what's gone away, what obstacles in front of us. It is so easy to blame. It is so easy to see what's wrong because there's a lot wrong, right? But why not be bold enough to believe that things are going to be okay? That we're going to get so far apart that it's finally time for us to come together. And you're going to see hundreds of thousands of people from all over the world, all different backgrounds, all different religions, all different political backgrounds, all come together for 3 days and support each other. It shows you what's possible. So what if you got bold enough to be optimistic to say we're going to be so far apart that we're going to realize we have so much more in common? Don't we all want more for our families? Don't we all want to live into our full potential? Wouldn't we all love to make a living by impacting others in a positive way? Wouldn't we like to leave this world better than we found it? Don't we all have that in common? So I want to be bold enough to be optimistic to say, hey, we're going to come together in a way like never before. That AI is not going to ruin our world. AI is going to empower us to go faster, quicker, and do better things with the world. Whether it's true or not, I choose to believe that. Am I a pessimist on the inside? Sometimes. We all have that. But I want to shut that voice up. So I'm going to challenge you today, and I'm going to challenge you when you show up on the 15th to be boldly optimistic. Right? I mean, I heard somebody say once, oil used to be the greasy stuff on the bottom of camels' hooves until innovation and creativity changed it. Well, can't we innovate a way to have better fuel, innovate a way to get together, innovate a way to protect ourselves with AI? Look at Gigi. Is Gigi hurting you or is Gigi compounding? Anybody who's using Gigi, put in the chat what Gigi does for your life. AI and Gigi helps me every day, right? So I'm gonna challenge you to be optimistic. Something else I'm gonna challenge you to do. Sorry, I'm just in a mood today. Thanks. We're hanging out in a coffee shop. I'd be the loud one in the coffee shop. The person next to me like, I wish that guy would turn it down a little bit. And this is without coffee, right? Yeah, I see you, Bettina. I see you laughing at me, right? This is without coffee. Imagine on a coffee. Every once in a while I have an espresso with my wife. You wouldn't even want to have a conversation with me. But here's what I'm going to challenge you to do before you show up on the 15th. And I'd love for you to set bigger goals than you've ever set before. And I used to say the opposite. I used to say, set goals that can become realistic in your life. That's where I want you to land. But I've been in this philosophy, and I've been reading a lot of books heading into this new year because of the leader I want to be, the man I want to be, the company I want to create, the father I want to be. And there's this thing about setting goals that scare you because they make you think differently, right? Let's just give a silly example. If you want to lose 2 pounds, right? You can adjust a little bit, maybe a little bit less bread, maybe a little bit different this, maybe a little bit more walking. But if you say, I need to lose 50 pounds, isn't it a completely different thought process? Right? It scares you until like, no, I can't just keep doing what I'm doing. I have to break something so I can have a breakthrough. So I started thinking about that with starting a business, scaling a business, doing your own thing. It is scary. So instead of saying, I'm going to slowly get into it, it's like, no, because then you make these slow changes. What if you had a radically, incredibly scary goal for the next 12 months of your life? Because if you do, it forces you to think differently. It forces you to look at things of what's got to break, what's got to go away, what must you say no to? Congratulations, Anthony. Right? So set some crazy ass goals before you show up on the 15th. But then I'm going to let you hold this off until after we're together for 3 days, about 3 hours a day. If you guys, so many of you have been to our big events, you know what they're like. This is new, going to be amazing. But at the end of that, I want you to tweak that goal. My gut says it's even going to get bigger. Right, Lindsay? I'm going to tell you right now, your goal is going to get bigger. And then this is the part I shared this a couple weeks ago on a Monday Live. So if you saw it, great. Not only do I want to have you set bigger goals after those 3 days, I want you to shorten the time that you're giving yourself to achieve it. Tony, I see you, right? Like, okay, I get this, right? But if you shorten the time, here's what it does. Anybody ever have a goal, like a 3-year goal? Raise your hand if you've ever had a 3-year goal. If you set a 3-year goal, right? I see you, Joe Hammond. Good to see you, man. If you set a 3-year goal, do you do anything tomorrow? Yes or no? Right? Most of you saying no, right? Right? I see the no, right? We got one yes, right? But if you take that 3-year goal and you make it 12 months or 6 months, do you do something tomorrow? Heck yes, because you have to. You don't have time to go, let's start planning, right? Let's start figuring out the best way to get this going. Maybe I'll set an hour to work on it next week, next month. You say, wow, a 3-year goal down to 6 months, 12 months? I better carve some time tomorrow to start laying this out. I better make that phone call. I better go set up the account. I better go schedule the training. I better show up for the coach. I better hit the event and gain those skills. I better go start talking to Gigi tonight, right? So before we get started today, that's what I want to share with you. I would love for you to think about, can you be bold enough to be optimistic? Because I have to tell you, this world, in my years, I've only been on this earth 56 years, but I've never seen so much pessimism, so much negativity, where the media just, I mean, you don't get one glimpse of something good anymore, right? I remember as a kid, you at least had some media that was uplifting and rewarding, and some was bad, but it's just all bad. And if you go on social media, it seems all bad. And then you talk to a lot of your friends, and it's like, oh, God, have you ever seen it like this, right? Lankika, right? Am I right on that one? It's like, so we're in this place, and it's so easy to lose to be discouraged, to lose your courage. So what if we just decided over the next couple weeks, I'm going to be the crazy one. I'm going to be the one that thinks things are only going to get better, that they're so bad that they can only get better. And I'm going to help be a part of making it better. And I'm going to live into my full potential. And I'm going to set goals that freaking scare me. And I'm going to reduce the amount of time. And when I'm done with this event, I am going all in. So let me just ask you, I know it's a lot right out of the gate before any training I want to share. Who's ready to just go all in on your life? Not for me, not for anybody else, but for you. Because I don't want to, and I think you would feel the same. None of us want to get to the end of our lives, whether that's 20 years, 40 years, or 60 years from now, and realize we missed it. We played small. We let the media, we let the negativity, we let the small goals control us, and then you get to the end. What would your wish be? Oh my gosh, I missed it. Can I go back? Wouldn't that be your number one wish if you get to the end and realize you didn't play full out? Wouldn't you want to go back? Well, if you ever hear me say this, the fact of the matter is wish granted. We're back. We're here. We're alive today. 160,000 people pass away a day. We weren't one of them today. So we're blessed today. We get the opportunity to say, today's the day. So I'm going to challenge you to be boldly optimistic over the next couple of weeks. I'm going to challenge you to show up no matter what it takes. Play full out. Light up the chat. Give everybody the energy you guys have because you're part of our family. Set bigger goals that scare you. And when we're done with the event, collapse the amount of time and let's get to work. Because you are worth working on. You are worth living into your full potential. You are enough. You know enough. You don't need anyone else's permission. So it's your time. I'm excited about it. I see some of you are too. All right. So here's what I was thinking about today. Today, I want to give a little glimpse of some of the people that are going to be at the event. Now, of course, my partner and dearest friend in the world, Tony Robbins, is going to be there. He's got day one planned for you guys, going to knock your socks off. But we got some amazing guests coming. And we've had some of these guests through the years over the last decade at miscellaneous events. And I asked the team, could we find little short clips of some of our speakers that made shared something that we could take in a short clip and then we could talk about it when it's over. So that's exactly what the team did, and I'm so excited. So I'm going to play a little clip here in a moment. The first one is from Jay Shetty. Raise your hand if you know who Jay Shetty is. He's become a dear friend, such a good guy. And if you watch that guy when no one's watching, he's an incredible husband, incredible friend. I mean, he texted me this morning just saying, love you, brother. Thanks for all you do for the world. Out of the blue, just a good man. And this year, he is on fire with his message. Him and his wife are both going to join us for the event on day 2. You're not going to want to miss it. But here the team just chose a little story he told about 4 years ago that I think is really powerful. We'll play it. We'll come back. We'll talk about it. And I'm going to be watching the comments. I'm sitting right here. Tell me what you take away from this short little story that he tells, and I'll be right back. Let's play Jay.
The Buddha would often tell this story about a person who is on a journey just like you and me. And on this journey, the Buddha came across, as the Buddha tells this story, the person came across a flowing, fast-flowing, gushing river. And they saw this river and they thought to themselves, I can never cross this. How many of you have ever come up on an obstacle in your life and felt, I can't do this? Raise your hands. If you've ever felt that, you come across a challenge, you come across a block, you come across a adversity, and you just go, I can't do this. Just so you know, I've been there too. And I'm going to share that with you a bit later on. I've been there too. I know what that feels like. And by the way, I still get that happening to me right now. So it's not that that feeling has gone away. That feeling has become normal, and the response has become trained. So you've normalized the experience of coming across uncomfortable situations, and your response is trained. So anyway, this person comes across this river And the Buddha says that this person realizes that if they dip their toe in, they know they're going to get pushed across. So they push out a little piece of wood that they find almost Titanic-like, right? Like that door that Kate Winslet just about fits on, and Leonardo DiCaprio should be able to fit on it, but he doesn't, and we don't understand why. And so they push out this little door, and all of a sudden that gets pushed away by the water. They realize they need to build something stronger. So the person lays down bamboo and puts 2 lines of it to craft a raft. They tie rope onto the sides. They get on top this time. They even build an oar and they start paddling out. They first start slowly just to test, and then they go faster and faster and faster and faster. And they use all their might and all their energy, and they get to the other side. They breathe a sigh of relief because they reach the other side. And then they say to themselves, this raft changed my life. Without this raft, I could not have done this. It wouldn't have been possible. So they decide to strap their raft on their back and say, I'm never letting go of this raft because this raft saved my life. I wouldn't be the same person without this. They continue to walk on. The Buddha says now they reach a new challenge. This time, the challenge is not a fast-flowing river. It's a tall, wooded forest with trees dotted at every step. And as they try to walk through with this big raft on their back, the raft keeps knocking against the trees, and they try and maneuver it and push through and try and squeeze through, but the raft gets chipped and knocked and breaks, and then they come to an important realization. The Buddha says that this person realizes that they have 2 choices. They can either let go of the raft and walk through freely, or they can hold on to the raft and struggle to get through. Why am I telling you this story? Because this is the pivot. We have habits, we have mindsets, we have ideas that have served us up until this point in time. But at a point in time, we have to relearn, unlearn, reestablish our ideas, mindsets, attitudes, so that we can walk through the next challenge. We know we can build a raft if we need it. We know we've got those habits in our toolkit if we need them. But we have to realize that sometimes the thing that's stopping us from moving to the next stage is that we're holding on so tightly to this one. If you're holding on to something that's sharp, it will cut you. And we're holding on so tightly, we're gripping on so tightly to this rope, but we're trying to move forward. It doesn't make sense. We're blocked by our own obsession, addiction, comfort. I want you all to reflect on what is your raft. What is your raft right now? What is that thing that is keeping you tied? And by the way, it's not tying you, you are tied to it. It's not blocking you, you're holding it. It's not holding or controlling you, you are holding and controlling it because you don't want to let it go. And I know it's hard. I know it's tough to let it go. I've had to do many pivots in my life. And often when people pivot, other people find it really uncomfortable. How many of you know that even when you talk about pivoting, the people around you start getting scared and start reflecting their insecurities onto you? How many of you have experienced that? Raise both your hands if you've experienced that, where people project their own insecurity onto you when you're trying to pivot. So my life has been full of pivots. I pivoted from being a business student to being a monk. I pivoted from being a monk to going back into the digital strategy world and social media world. I pivoted from that to going and sharing my videos and building my podcast and writing a book. And today, having a coach certification school, helping people become leaders and build their own amazing businesses. And by the way, every time I've taken each and every one of those steps, I've changed, I've moved and grown. And I feel like the most complete, evolved person that I've ever been in myself today. But it's uncomfortable for people to accept that you can bring all of those parts to yourself. I love thinking like a monk, but I love living like an entrepreneur. I love thinking like a strategist, but I love building teams and communities. I love teaching like a guide, but I also love the challenge of creating content that really changes people's minds. I love all of it. I don't want to be one of those things. I want to be all of them.
What happened? What happened?
We're back to you.
Oh, sorry. I'm like, I was so engulfed in watching Jay. Awesome. Hey, everybody. So sorry about that. I was so sucked into Jay, and then I was like, how many people are on? How many people are watching? I'm so glad to be back with you. You can tell we're live. So I loved all your comments, especially Lynn. I love what you said. Lynn, you said, I have to let go of the old version of me. Wasn't that so fantastic? Like, let go of the old version. So many of you right, but what do you have to let go of? That's what I love. The team sent me a couple clips from Jay, and I love that because how many of us are still holding that thing from the past? Holding the thing that went wrong, holding an old version of us, holding an old story that didn't work out. And it's scary to let go of things, isn't it? Isn't it scary to let go of maybe the old personality that you had? Isn't it scary to let go that maybe you were amazing at what you did and you're starting something new? So you have to let go of the ego of I'm great here, and yes, I'm starting a little small over here. Who's got a little bit of fear of starting small? If you're really honest, raise your hand if you got a little bit of fear because you've done something amazing. Amazing mom, amazing dad, amazing at your job, amazing at your career, amazing at something you're passionate about. And then all of a sudden you're going to teach it and do something different, right, Nicole? And it's like, wow, I feel like I'm starting over again. You're not starting over. You just got to let go of that ego and realize that you could take all of these life skills and it compounds. You might start a little small, but you have the opportunity to grow fast. So I would love, and what my notes here were, is what are you holding on to? What do you need to let go of? And what's new that you got to build? Right? What's new that you have to build? And that's why I love when you have the opportunity to come together, to be a part of a community like this, because a lot of times, and hear me on this one, a lot of times we have these conversations with people in our world, but they're not in the same place you're at. Who's really honest? And share this with me, because I can raise my hand too. Raise your hand in a moment that if you told a few people that you're really close to your real dreams, your real desires, to speak on this stage with Tony and I, to launch a course, to do a podcast, to write a book, to have a coaching program, to have a mastermind, to be a best-selling author. If you really told some people in your life, they would, without even realizing it, they might tell you you're crazy. Raise your hand if you really spoke your truth. Some people would think you were crazy, right? I don't see a couple hands down. Most hands are up, right? We have to let go of maybe caring about what the hell they think. Is that what you got to do today? Do you have to let go of waiting for someone to give you permission? Do you have to let go of the old you, being a little bit of ego that you're starting small, that you realize it's like planting an apple tree sometimes. You plant the tree, there's no apples on it the first year. But man, it produces apples for 100 years after year one. Right? Do we have to let go that you think your success is going to happen overnight? I don't know what you have to let go of, but what a great time to prepare for us being together on the 15th. And Jay will be there with his amazing wife, and he is on fire right now. I can't wait to interview him. I can't wait. He'll be on day 2. So remember, and this is for later, don't go now, but join Thrive 2025. I know the majority of you already have. But join thrive2025.com. And the cool part, once you join, it's free. You don't have to do a thing. But if you want to watch that second video this year for the first time ever, you can all upgrade for $1 to our VIP experience where you're on Zoom and you get to stay after and a bunch of cool stuff. You can watch that. No obligation to do it, but it's $1 and we're going to donate that to Feeding America. Okay. Jay, pretty cool. Thumbs up for Jay Shetty, right? Okay. Next, another speaker, and this woman She rocks my world every single time she speaks. She gets a 10 out of 10 at every event we ever put her on. You feel like you went to church. You feel like you were with your sister. You feel your heart. You're in tears. And this year, she's got a story she's going to tell. I watched her tell it about a decade ago. And she's been perfecting this story, this story that she's going to tell. And she's going to be on the morning of day 3. Oh my God, look at Nikki, you already know. Come on, you get Sarah, you already know. Nicole, you already know, right? It is Lisa Nichols. She is total fire. She's one of the best in the world at what she's done. She's become such a dear friend. I love her, and she is so fired up to be here with you guys on day 3. So let's watch this little clip of Lisa Nichols.
You have a decision right now. You have a decision to make on how will you show up? How will you show up? Will you take that leap? And you got full choice. That's the power of choice, that it's all yours. Will you take that leap and jump in to a new direction, a new possibility, a new opportunity that, by the way, comes with a new discomfort, comes with new challenges, comes with all of that. It all comes. Or will you step into something unfamiliar? Most people are more committed, write this down, to a familiar discomfort than they are to a new unfamiliar possibility. I'll say it again. Most people are more committed to a familiar discomfort. This life doesn't even work for me anymore, but it's what I know. Come on, you guys, raise your hand if you know you've been there. And so pivot is about saying, I am going to embrace change. And get this, someone said, well, what if you fall? Well, let me just tell you this. You're not living life, and write this down. Somebody came for this. You are not living life trying to avoid falling. Most people talk about my success as if I was successful the first time. See, the difference is I failed more than most because I've leaped more than most. And at some point, I took flight. At some point, if you do it over and over and over again, something's going to happen, because every time you take that leap, you take the leap with the information you learned from the last time you failed. Hello, someone type in chat. I got it. You can fail, just fail forward. Every single time, my best lessons came out of something that I had to say, ouch, that hurt me financially. And oh, by the way, my mistakes now are 6- and 7-figure mistakes. And they often require several attorneys, just for the record. And so are you willing to take that leap in an unfamiliar direction? Now is a better time than ever. Now is the best time. Look at the climate. All rules are off. Nothing mattered. Nothing is the same. So you get to recreate it all whatever way you want it. But you can't do it without taking risks. Why? My grandmother says, because your conviction and your convenience don't live on the same block. Ooh, somebody came for that. Type in, check your name if you came for that. You came for that. You're not here to pick up everything. You're here to pick up your thing. Your thing, Esmeralda. Your thing, Miriam. Your thing, Aaron. Your thing, Anna. What's your thing? Are you willing to be mildly inconvenienced for your new possibility? Are you willing? Answer me in chat. Y'all talk to me. Are you willing to be moderately inconvenienced for your new possibility? Are you willing to be majorly inconvenienced? Because if you want to be convenienced and have extraordinary and pivot, oh, that ain't happening. But if you're willing to be sold out, someone type in chat, sold out on the woman you're becoming, sold out on the man you're becoming. I knew that being born and raised in South Central LA was my opportunity. That was my foundation, but that wasn't my destination. I knew being on government's assistance was my temporary circumstances. It wasn't my long-term destination. I knew that. I knew that being emotionally uncomfortable with myself, that was a part of the journey. It wasn't the end of my journey. I knew that being broken, that was my address, but it wasn't where I was going to end up. What about you? I stopped by to touch your soul. I stopped by to stir your soul. I stopped by to make it uncomfortable for you to play small on yourself. I stopped by to acknowledge and to give juice and to give some exhilaration to your pivot. Your pivot is necessary, because what you don't want to do is get to the end of your life. I just had the pleasure of giving my grandmother her transition party. I had the pleasure of honoring my grandmother's entire life few months ago. And what you don't want to do is get to the end of your life and not be able to say what my grandmother said. She said, baby girl, don't cry for me. I did it all. I did everything that I wanted to do, baby girl. I couldn't even mourn the way everyone else was mourning because I knew what everyone else didn't know. I had the conversation with them. So what you want to do is you want to get to the end of your life and you want to look back that time of your life when you're sitting down and you're reflecting on how you played. And you want to say, I played big. Oh, I got bruises everywhere for how big I played. Oh yeah, I ran and I leaped. I fell a little bit, but guess what? I trusted my get up. I trusted my get up. And every time I ran and I leaped and I fell, I got up again. But let me tell you the story about running and leaping and how good it felt. Let me tell you the story about when I took flight. Let me tell you the story about the lesson I learned. And then you sit in your rocking chair, looking back at your life and saying, man, I got no regrets. Because your job right now is to protect the future memories of yourself. Ooh. Your job right now is to protect the future memories of yourself. When I had an opportunity in 2021 and in 2022 to jump and pivot, did I jump and pivot or did I sit on the sidelines and hope that somebody played my game well for me? Did I drive the car of my own life, my own vision, or did I sit in a passenger seat and hope that somebody else driving doesn't hit a wall with my life? Oh, come on. I'm just stopping by to ask you, are you willing? Are you willing? I had to pivot. And when I pivoted, I had to pivot over my fear. I had to pivot over my fear of judgment. I had to pivot over my fear of failure. I'm not without any of those same things. My fear of being seen. Here I wanted to inspire the world, but yet I was still nervous of being seen because I thought if the light shined too brightly on me, you might see my imperfections. Hello. Anybody there? Raise your hand. And then I realized, hold on, that if I didn't have imperfections, I wouldn't be a fit for you. Because if I was trying to touch perfect people, how can I, in my imperfection, be of any value to an imperfect person? Then I realized, wait a minute, it's not my perfection that they're looking for. It's that my willingness to navigate over my imperfection that they want to know about. To my brother Dean's point. And so it's in your imperfection. It's in your bounce back. It's in your navigation. It's in the hardest days you've had that you are perfect for such a time as this.
Wow. Is that so good? Kane, I saw you, man. You were in it. I saw so many of you in it. I see tears. I have emotions. And good. She stops by to disturb and shake up your soul, to see that it's time to pivot. It's time to live into who you're meant to be, not settling to be. Who's going to watch her live on day 3 of the event? Are you so glad she's coming? Because I am. Remember, I know most of you have already signed up, but don't just sign up today. 100% of you sign up. It's free. Join thrive2025.com. I know you have it, but do you see why you can't miss this? If that was 5.5 minutes. She'll be with us for 40 minutes and brand new stuff you've never seen before. And if you think about it, if you think about these amazing guests that we're bringing, they're there to stir your soul. And then it's my job and Tony's job in between to give you the skills, the capabilities. We're going to show you the new Gigi, how it can build things for you. You're going to get the tools and techniques to pivot, to finally launch and truly scale the business you're meant to be in, not the one you're settling to be in. That's what you're going to get. And in between, you get people like Lisa Nichols that stir the soul, that make you go, I saw all the quotes coming in. I'm doing this. Who's ready to do them? 2.0, next version, no more settling. No getting to the end of your life and realize you missed it. We got this time. It's the reason Tony and I do this. It's the reason we go live. And not only do we want you to show up, try to get a friend. Take the link and send it to someone you know today. You're a part of our family. Let's get as many people. Let's make this the biggest event we've ever done. More people think the way we think. More people think the way Lisa thinks. More people think the way Jay thinks, the way Tony Robbins think. Don't you think this world becomes a better place? We get to be a part of this shift. We get to be a part of transformation. The media wants us to hate each other. Let's go against that and bring people together. That's how we thrive. So I get a little excited, especially after watching Lisa, but I just know, and the thing that bugs me the most is because the challenge and the event we do, this year's live event, is free. Some people go, well, it's free, maybe I'll show up, maybe I won't. We should be charging $2,000 for an event like this. Some of these speakers get 200 grand just to show up. We should be charging, we're not. So pretend you spent $5,000 for it and show up with that amount of diligence of I'm getting every word, I'm gonna have pen in hand, journal on my desk, I'm gonna shut off the distractions, and I'm going all in. So sign up today, and if you want, send it to someone that needs to be there. All right, I told you I get excited. All right, next we got another glimpse of someone who's gonna be here. And that's Matthew McConaughey. You know, a lot of you guys know the story about Matthew, but I listened to Green Lights. I got done reading it. When it was over, I was so upset. His soothing McConaughey voice, I mean, he's just the coolest dude. And now that he's a dear friend of mine, he's just even cooler. He's cool because he loves his wife more than anything. He's cool because he's a really good dad. He's cool because he's a good friend. He's just a good person. I really like the guy. But what's even more exciting is I got done reading Green Lights. I wanted more McConaughey, and just luckily had a mutual friend, and I got a voice memo to him, and he's like, let's do it. And we had the opportunity to this amazing event. Some of you stopped by. We had 2.5 million people show up day one. He built this incredible course. And now he's on a journey. He's writing his next book, thinking about his next course. He's in our industry. How freaking cool is that? So this year when he comes by, he's just not coming by as Matthew McConaughey. He's coming by with the guy that built the course and what he thought through and how we did it. And he's going to have some amazing things to share with you all. But we took a little clip from his training of prior years. I thought it was a good conversation starter. So I'd love to play that clip of Matthew McConaughey. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Now look, we all need something to push off of and away from to get to where we're going. But we got to watch we don't wallow in our failures too much, you know? We got to watch that we don't dissect our failures for too long, because we do that, we become victimized by them. We start giving them too much credit. We find ourselves not only stopped at the red light, we find ourselves stuck at the damn red light. So I want you to admit a failure that you've made, that you're obsessing over. Can you say enough with the dissection of that failure and instead maybe forgive yourself? Let it go. Release the guilt. Turn the page. Move on. Change. And give Grace her time of day. Now, admit a success that you've had, or something that you do pretty darn well on a consistent basis. Something you're good at, you know, at work. A way you care for your child or sibling or your spouse. Maybe you have great timing for telling jokes. Maybe you're a great whistler. Whatever that something is, I want you to give more credit to it. Give more respect to it. Have more gratitude for it. Now, will you commit to dissecting the successes instead of the failures in your life? Because I believe that the recipe for your particular secret sauce is under the hood of what you do well, not what you don't. So will you dig deeper into the why of your successes? Show yourself more gratitude for them? You do that, and you're going to start to have more success more often, I bet you.
I think I'm going to wear my shirt that unbuttoned for the event this year. Do you think I could pull it off? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Only Matthew McConaughey could pull that off and look amazing, right? We were walking, when he was walking out to go live on that thing, it was on down here. I think his wife said to him, you know, your shirt's unbuttoned. And he went, yeah, I know. I was like, coolest dude on the planet. But he truly has depth of wisdom. He's not just an actor reading lines. And where it came from, he's journaled for 30 years of his life. And then he went back and looked through all his old journals, spent like months going through them, and realized the patterns that led to his success and the patterns that led to failure. He did less of the stuff to fail and compounded more of the things that did right. And I'm so excited. Who's ready to watch Matthew McConaughey? He's on the second part of day 2, right? This is the collection. Just think of these amazing presenters and Tony and I sewing it all together with new skills, new capabilities to finally do your thing. So I'm so glad you guys are all here today to get a glimpse of what we're doing. Our family members, I know you're going to show up, play full out. Those of you who came by to visit today, make sure you reserve your spot. Join thrive2025.com. I know you know it. I just got to say it because we got 9,000 people on right now as this little invite to just our family members, and another 10 or 15,000 will watch it by midnight tonight. Every one of you, 100% of you need to register and be there. Don't take advantage of it because it's free. Pretend you paid thousands of bucks. And if you get a friend, I know sometimes your friends talk about wanting more, they don't actually do something. So you can make them feel guilty and say, you got no excuses. Get your butt there. Be my accountability partner. So going to be so much fun. But I love what Matthew said about kind of pushing off the things that went wrong, right? Is your past failure your anchor or the wind behind your sail? The fact of the matter is you get to choose. I know that sounds like, hey, but you don't know what I went through, and I don't, and I'm sorry for whatever you went through. But we get to decide. We can change our past. It could be the thing that prompted you to action or the thing that prompted you to play small. What if today was the day you decided to make a different decision about that past thing? What if it was the time to look at the things that you have accomplished in such an amazing way and pull the little nuggets of how come that worked and use them in this new venture of where you're going, right? All right. We got one more great little clip here. How could I go without a clip from Mr. Tony Robbins? He's got an incredible presentation for day one. He's always rocks it on day three. But I got a little clip from Tony in the past. And when you see it, I watched it this morning 2 different times. When you see it, it starts on this emotional high, like this emotional, he's in an emotional state. But I thought it was so important to see about, I want you to look for, what could I do now? Like sometimes we say, when I see a glimpse of success, I'll do the thing. When I have the time, when I have money, I will donate. When this happens, I'll do that. What if you did the thing first and then that showed up after? What if that's the way it worked? Anyway, I'm not going to say anymore. Let's play a little Tony Robbins. And I'd love to see in the chat what you're thinking and what part hits home for you. Let's play that.
I looked through the bills and there was a personal note, personal letter there. Somebody scribbled on, and I opened it up, and my life changed. It was from a friend of mine that I loaned $1,200 to when he had no money, and it was a lot of money to me in those days. It'd be like $10,000 today. It was what $1,200 would be in those days. And I've been calling him for 3 months, begging him to call me back and give me some of the money back because I needed it. I needed to eat. And he never returned my call. And the letter was an apology letter. He said, you were there for me when I needed it most, and I haven't been there for you, and I'm embarrassed. But I finally scraped up the money, and here it is, and I put a little additional money there, cash for you for your time and your effort. And I looked at this check, and in those days, $1,200, I could survive for a month on it. And I just started crying, but it wasn't painful tears. I can't describe it. It's like I still had all this joy in my heart. And I was like, I'm so grateful. And I was like, why did this happen? And that's what changed my life. I don't know why it happened. I can't tell you for sure, but I decided in that moment that this happened. I was rewarded because I gave when I had nothing left. I didn't give for stars on my chart. I didn't give so someone acknowledged me. I didn't give. It just was the right thing to do. And because I gave when there was nothing inside, I felt there was the reward instantly. And I went and had a great meal, and I just felt so grateful. And I can tell you, from that day on, I've never had a day of scarcity in my life. I've had days where it looked like my company's going to go over, it looked like it was going to go broke, but I didn't feel that scarcity inside. Because if you'll give when there's nothing left inside of you, you will teach your brain there's more than enough. More importantly, your spirit will remember who you are. And that's what it means to give more than you expect to receive. And the blessing that's come from always giving is you can't give and give and give and not receive, because people are so beautiful and generous. If you sincerely give not to get, you will build an experience of life where you will be proud of you, and most importantly, you'll have an impact on the people around you. So I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's all worth it. I'm saying that if every day you will feed your mind, if every single day you'll push your body a little bit, if each day you get a role model or a coach, if you'll immerse yourself, you'll get a coach regularly, and you'll do something each day, prime yourself, read or listen. And if you constantly get in the right environment around people playing the game bigger than you that can show you the shortcuts, and just keep giving, your greatest dream, I promise you, whatever you think it is, will be a cartoon compared to what you'll build over the next few years or decade. But it's up to you. It's up to you to turn fear on itself. It's up for you to say, I will not settle. It's up for you to invest in yourself, the time, the energy, the money, to get the skills. It's up to you to each day just make a little progress. If you do, it's the beginning, not the end.
Wow, so good and such great comments. James, I saw you watching it. I saw so many people watching it and immersed in it. You know, that's just a tiny little piece. Who's ready to spend 3 days together and get that spark back, get that fire back, to make this real, to live into who you're meant to be, right? That's why we do this, and that's why we did this quick little teaser today, to give you a glimpse, to remind you of what's stirring inside of you, to remind you of that man or woman you know you're meant to be. You've all had incredible success. You've all gone through tough times in your life, but you know there's that next level of you. And we do this to help unlock it, to show you what's possible, and to continue this momentum. This little hour today was to shake you up and do everything in your power to keep the state of mind you feel now. Journal how you feel right now. Talk about it every day. Say it out loud. Talk to yourself on a walk in the morning or when you're in the shower, so you show up on the 15th ready to absorb, ready to maybe see it in a way you've never saw before. Listen to Tony in a new way, Lisa in a new way, McConaughey in a new way, Jay Shetty in a new way, and our other amazing guests. And I got some stuff I'm sharing that I've never done before. This is your time. This is the time in history. We control the inside. We can't control the outside, but we can control the inside. It's such a pleasure to have you guys in this community. So many of you part of our mastermind family, where we're growing together every day. For those of you that stopped by to visit today, do whatever it takes to attend live. See what it's like to be connected to people who cheer you on, who are all knowing they have a bigger future ahead of us. Behind us, we don't have a bigger past. We got a smaller past. We have a bigger future. I know you have constraints. I know you have things that hold you back. Our whole job over those 3 days is to bust those constraints, to show you a new path, to see what's possible, and live into who you're meant to be. And remember, join Thrive 2025.com. There it is. It's on the screen. We're going to end here in just a minute. For those of you in our Mastermind Business Academy, just stick around. We'll do some Q&A later. That's a different group. But for those of you who haven't registered yet, go register. And when you do, then watch the next video. You have the opportunity to upgrade for $1. You don't need to. You can watch on YouTube. But when you upgrade, you're on Zoom with us. We spend an extra hour and got some cool perks that are going to blow your mind. It's all for $1, and we donate that to Feeding America. So thank you for being here today. This was fantastic. Thanks for the beautiful comments. Thanks for the kind words, your incredible smiles. I love this community. I love that I get to hang out with you once a month and every Mondays and all the other things. Got new courses coming out every month, but nothing is like this once a year event, and we can't wait to see you there. Thanks, everybody. MBA members, we'll see you in about 10 minutes.